up, my Comic-Con? My name's Cullen, and I collect comics. Today, we're going to go over my pull list from the comic strip that's in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, on Broadway Street. It's right across from the old Esquire Theater, and yeah, if you're ever in Southeast Missouri, you should definitely check him out. Andrew's an awesome guy. He'll give you good deals. All right, so I will show you. This is, like I said, Dune, Waters of Connolly, and Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson are writing this, and Francisco Mortorino and Raul Angelo are doing, well, the first two are the writers and the second two are the artists. And yeah, I've been picking up these books. I'm gonna try to go back and get some of the other Dune ones, but I'm definitely picking up this run. Gurney and the smugglers have eluded the Harkonnen forces and retreated back to Arrakis, but they come back empty-handed and defeated. However, Gurney's secret plan is finally set in motion. Will he have his revenge against the beast, or will his sacrifices be for nothing? Alright, and that was Dune from Boom. Now we've got Batman number 125, second print, and I really am not going to have to go over the whole synopsis of this because I already did it a couple months ago. But this is the second print of Chip Zdarsky's Batman run that he's doing, and it's a really good book, so yeah, I'm loving the colors on that. And then we're going to go, speaking of Chip Zdarsky, we're going to move right on to Batman the Knight, issue number 8 of 10. And like I said, Chip Zdarsky's writing this. Carmine de Giordano Nico. I'm so bad with names sometimes, but I'm going to try this one more time and spell it out because, this shouldn't be that hard. Carmine de Glondo Meniso. Sorry for butchering it, but all right, we're gonna go on with that. And like I said, Chip Zdarsky's the writer, and he's also the artist inside is also Carmine. And Bruce Wayne's journey to become the Dark Knight has taken him around the globe several times, but his training is nearly complete. His trials, however, haven't gone unnoticed. Someone has been watching him, hunting him. The final test of the Batman begins. Alright, so then we're going to move on to what's really cool, this Batman. One Bad Day, the Riddler. I'm actually, think these are a really cool concept. I'm ready for the rest of them. And, Tom King's writing this, and Mitch Gerads is doing the art. And the cover artist is also Mitch. So, yeah. The Dark Knight's greatest villains get their greatest stories yet. The Riddler, Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Catwoman, Bane, Clayface, and Ra's al Ghul, Batman's most iconic villains, are all given 64-page prestige format specials that show why they are the greatest villains of comics. Spearheaded by today's top talent, we begin with Batman Bad Day, the Riddler, Tom King, and Mitch Gerads, the Eisner Award-winning duo behind Mr. Miracle, Chef of Babylon, and Strange Adventures reunite to dive deep into the mind of Batman's most intellectual foe, the Riddler. The Riddler has killed a man in broad daylight, seemingly for no reason, but there's always a reason. The Riddler is always playing a game, and there's always rules. Batman will reach his wits' end trying to figure out the Riddler's true motive in this epic psychological thriller that's not to be missed. Alright. Next we got World's Finest, which you can obviously see why I picked up. Or Batman, Superman, World's Finest. You can obviously see why I picked it up, because it is an awesome cover with Robin on it. And I love Robin. He's one of my favorite characters since I was a kid. Especially, this is Dick Grayson, even though it looks so much like a Tim Drake Robin. But, yeah, it's supposed to be Dick Grayson. This is a Dan Moria cover. I love Dan Moria's covers. Mark Wade's writing it, and Travis Moore's the artist, and it is issue number 6 of World's Finest. And yeah, the Flying Grayson flies through time. The Dark Knight and the Man of Steel might have been victorious in their battle against the dreaded devil, Nizea. But were they, though? More on that to come, kids. But there's one thing they forgot in all this madness. Dick, Robin the Boy Wonder, is lost in time in some kind of chrono home alone. And to find him, Batman and Superman must get creative. This is going to be a fun book, I have a feeling. Next, we've got Catwoman. And it is issue number 45. And, Jeff Deacle cover. And, Teenie Howard's still writing this. And, Sam, Basari is doing the art, or Sammy Basari. And yeah, lines are blurred as Iko Hasegawa and Catwoman start playing too nice with one another and let each other's guard down. In a ruthless city like Gotham, you can't trust anyone but yourself to watch your back. And Catwoman should know better than to let an old flame get in her head. That's her job. Alright, Catwoman. Also, Sozo Mikey did the B cover, which I should be getting soon. Dark Crisis. And, of course, this is Young Justice. And this is issue number 3. And, Max Dunbar did this cover. And Megan Fitzmartin is writer. And Laura Bragger's doing the art. And I love Laura Bragger's art. She's a great artist. So I'm sure this could be fun in 2 years. Sins of the Old, in response to their lack of gratitude, the world is holding Superboy, Impulse, and Tim Drake captive, has brought back 3 villains that have caused them the most pain in their place. Deathstroke, Captain Boomerang, and Lex Luthor. Old wounds will open. Wonder Girl and her search team will have to hurry up before there is no Young Justice left to save. Alright. We've got DC versus Vampires. All Out War, number 2. And this cover is done by Alan Qua. And Emma Vicelli, Matthew Rosenberg, and Alex Pagandel are writing, with the artists being Pascal Qualano and Haining. And the survivors of the horrifying vampire attack, led by Deathstroke, take shelter with Talia al Ghul. With intel from the heroes recently saved from vampirism, John Constantine prepares them for a suicide mission, while Midnighter goes through every scenario in his head and finds out the dark truth. Meanwhile, the mysterious vampire Lord Cinder has become aware of their plans and prepares for a surprise. Alright. Next, we have Harley Quinn 18. This also, I already went over it whenever I picked it up a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago, or a month ago. I just haven't picked up the B cover and didn't have the A cover, so he picked that up for me, but we are going to go on and move 220 of Harley Quinn A. And once again, this cover is done by John Boy Myers. John Boy Myers did that other Harley Quinn cover. He's been doing a lot of the A covers. They're great. The artist is Georges Duarte, and Stephanie Phillips is writing this still. And the little blurbs are written apparently by Harley, as always. And they're always super fun, so let's get into Harley. One small... Oh, that's actually 18, because that's when they go to space. I have already told it. Let me get over to 20. We'll hop onto Harley here, yeah. She's always got fun things to say. I went to the moon to eat cheese and fight aliens, and I'm all out of cheese. Actually, there wasn't any cheese. I think that's a myth, but aliens? Who boy, do we have aliens. Horace Reginald Giger would be proud. What? No, I'm positive. That's what AJAR stands for. Anyway, this alien monster thing might not get a chance to devour Task Force X because we're probably going to kill each other first. What do you expect, sending a bunch of angry villains to space without any cheese? I warned ya. Harley and Task Force X, or 20, actually it's Task Force 20, sorry. Space event you've always needed to continue is here. Cheese not included. But yeah, so I'm really excited for that. And now we're going to move on to Nightwing. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the B cover first. Because you know I got both covers. There's actually 3 covers. That other one will be coming soon too. But Jamal Campbell did this variant cover. And then we'll go on and move to the A cover. Which the A cover is obviously going to be by Bruno Redondo. Because that's who's been doing it. And if that's who's been doing the cover art, who's been writing it? Tom Taylor. So yeah, we've got Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo. And yeah. The Heartless has an extra giant jar that is Blockbuster's name on it. But as the man of refined taste, the Heartless doesn't just collect any type of heart. He waits for someone to experience a specific emotion in particular before taking it away from them and adding it to his collection. Does Nightwing have what it takes to save the life of the very man who's been trying to take everything away from Dick Grayson, including his life? Alright, Nightwing. Next, we're moving on to Marvel. And we have Edge of the Spider-Verse, issue number 2. Which, this is the first appearance of the new Spider UK. So you got her there on the cover. And the artist for the cover artist is Joseph Marie Casanovas. And Mallory Rosenthal, Ramsey, and Dan Slaughter writing. Chris Garusa, Igara Barros are the writers. And I believe also, let's see, in this issue, Spider-Gwen, the new Spider UK, and Mini Spider, and you get to know your antagonist for this huge story. So, we've got Spider-Man, Edge of Spider-Verse. Next, we're going on to Immortal X-Men, I believe, is which one this is. And it is issue number 5. And, Giuseppe Camuncoli did the cover, and the writer is Kieran Gillen, and Michelle Bandini is doing the art. And Books in Exodus, Benet du Paris was born in 12th century. Exodus marched forth with a sword in his hand and shield in his heart to protect what he believes. It's now the 21st century. What has changed? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And the Eternals, or who dared attack Krakoa, are going to discover what that means. Alright. So next we're going to move on to Savage Avengers. And this is also a key book that I would suggest picking up if I was you. It's got it's issue number 4 of Savage Avengers. It's got a Linnell Francis Wu cover, and it's got David Pepose writing it, and it's got Carlos Magino doing the art, and who is Deathclock consciously rebooting? Tasked with pursuing Conan the Barbarian, the cybernetic hunter known as Deathclock must come to terms with his past. Where am I? And Conan's in the hands of Thrustle Doom. The Savage Avengers must turn to the unlikeliest of sources for aid. 1011 or 10100. That is my face. How did a hero's sacrifice lead to the end of the world? Warning, temporal safeties disengage. Without the ticket back to the present, can the Savage Avengers stop it? Set to return to the past, or is the snake god conquered of the planet of 1,000 years ahead of schedule? Alright, so... sorry, excuse me. That had all that weird death clock stuff in the middle of, like, you know... But, this is actually a key book I wouldn't mind picking up. I don't know if you've realized this, but, Marvel has lost their rights to Conan, so Conan dies in this book. So that's how it's key. Sorry if I spoil it for you, but Death of Conan, might want to pick it up if you're a big fan of Conan. Sorry if I spoiled it too, but, you know, it's, you know, kind of important, I guess. Next, we've got the Star Wars. And Star Wars Volume 3, Issue 26. This also is a key book that I would tell you to pick up because it has a whole bunch of first appearances in it. But Path to Victory, the Rebel fleet is reunited at last, and Leia Organa, Mon Mothma, and the Alliance leaders send a strong message to the galaxy that the resistance to Palpatine's rule remains as strong as ever. Meanwhile, Lady Kira of the Crimson Dawn has activated her sleeper agents across the galaxy, instructing them to cause chaos for the Empire by any means necessary. Alright, so the writer for this is Charles Soule. That cover artist for that was E.M. Gist. And the art for it is Andreas Ginolet. So, yeah. X-Men. No, not X-Men. Why did I say X-Men? No, Star Wars. Definitely something I'd pick up. I like this. I like this cover a lot, actually. I like the negative space in it. But, yeah. We're going to move on to, and even though I say negative space, it's snow, but it's still negative space. You know, it's like, it's supposed to obviously be snow, but negative space, snow and sky, but, yeah. Alright, we're going to move on to, the Strange, and I always love this book. It's so good. I'm loving Clay as you know, Sorcerer Supreme. And let's see, the writer's Jed MacKay. The cover artist is Lee Gabbert, and the penciler for it is Marcio Ferreira. And yeah, let's see. Back from the dead heroes and villains alike have been reanimated as ghoulish versions of their past selves. Now it's up to Strange and the Harvestmen to make sure these dead supers stay dead. What happens to them remains, or what happens to the next reanimated hero is Clay's dead husband, Stephen Strange. Sounds like it's going to be another good issue of that. And, yeah, thanks for watching. I have upstairs, or somewhere in my house right now, I have just received a box from Comix and a box from, Things from Another World, so I should be having another video soon. But thanks for watching, and I'm going to go ahead and roll the books. And, yeah, I've had a wonderful time talking to you guys, even though I've had to do this video 3 times. It's taken me a while, so I'm glad I finally got through it. Have a wonderful night.